coach that knows everything and they don't have people around them that they ask questions to, find a new coach. You should be able to find ways to more information. Yes, research is great, but I would rather call somebody that's done it before me. I have networks of people that I use. I have networks of people that I would always just have a conversation with. Now, I live in the philosophy of I never want to be the smartest person in the room. And most of the time I am not, and that's for my benefit. Now, when I'm working with an athlete, I am researched. I've done everything I can to put myself in the best scenario to coach them, but I'll also find someone that already knows more about it than I do, and that way it gives me a resource. Now, that might be for the time being of, hey, you need to go work with this coach instead of me because they're more qualified than I am. Great. It's better for the athlete. It's better for me as a coach. Last thing I want to be is someone that's sitting back and uncertain about every decision I make. So I'd rather send them to someone that's better than I am. And there are. The best example I can give is I had an athlete who I believe was 5 months pregnant leading into a national event. And she looked at me and she asked, can I do this? And I just went, I don't know. So I didn't know the answer. She wanted my opinion. We found resources. So spoke to a doctor. She went and spoke to someone that has went through something similar at a high level of performance. And then we had an answer. And then we had a progression and knew what we need to do in the next steps. Of course I did, but I didn't need to tell her that. I went and did research because if I needed to step in and be bigger support, I wanted to know everything I needed to know. But ultimately, there were so many other people around more qualified than I was. Let me look into it. I would also find times when I'm working with an athlete right now that got a diagnosis recently and we're trying to figure out how to manage the programming through it. It's going to be a collaborative effort. I'm going to do my research. He has done his. And now we go back and forth. Yes, it takes a little more communication from us, but it's going to put us in a better situation in the long run. And on my end, I went and had 2 other phone calls with coaches that know more than I do. I spoke to a nutritionist. I spoke to someone that works with somebody in those populations a little bit more, and I had more answers.